Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday Westside Wellbeing with myself, Jamie. We are back, and today we are going to be doing a Pulse Pilates 20-minute session. So we're going to work through the lower body, the core, the upper body, and as its aptly names, we're going to do a lot of pulses in a certain range of those movements. So before we do get started, let's just start to loosen everything up a little bit, waken that central nervous system up if we've been sat down during this morning or whenever you're joining us for this session. So from here, we're just going to start to swing the hips from side to side. No circles here, we're just going to work laterally across the body just to get that lateral mobilization into the hips. It's going to give us a bit of activation into our glute med and minimus as well, those smaller glute muscles that live at the rear of the hips and the pelvis. And we're just going to do a few more repetitions from side to side, and then you're going to neutrally find that central position. Then we're going to push the hips forward and then back. Not too much, no hyperextension, just so you can find that range for the movement, so you can squeeze into the lower back as you push the hips forward, and then just feel that little bit of a stretch into the top of the glutes as you push the hips back. Lovely stuff. Nice. We're going to give the arms a little swing, slap hugs as I call them. Nice and loose, nice heavy arms. We're just going to swing them in nice big circles now. Again, that nice rotation through the shoulder joint and the rotator cuff. We're going to do a few strong arm swings. So again, just putting a little bit more emphasis into keeping the arms nice and lateral. You can take one higher than the other as you come back into that central line of the body. It's quite warm at the moment, so make sure you've got a little bit of water nearby. And we're just going to roll through the neck as well. Nice big rotations. You can keep the eyes open or the eyes closed. Sometimes with the eyes closed, you can find you get a little bit disorientated. So no problem if you keep the eyes nice and open. Obviously, we're just going to go for 3, for 2, and for 1. Lovely. So I like everything to recalibrate a little bit through the mind. So from here, we're going to take the stance just outside shoulder width apart. And again, we're going to go into some lateral movements from here. So we're just going to bend into the left knee, straighten out through that right leg, and then start to work it from one side to the other. And yep, I'm already regretting wearing jogging bottoms for this one because it's getting a bit warm and we're only just getting moving. Just nice, find that nice rhythm, switching it from left to right as we're going to utilize this movement to take it into our first pulse. So we're going to go to the right, to the left, back to the right, and this time when you come into the left, you're going to take it into that movement, pop up a little bit, pulse in over to the right hand side, take it nice and deep, lift and pulse back in, and then switching it. So just that half repetition as you come out of that full repetition. Nice. This is just going to put a little bit more emphasis into the hip flexors. We're not fully extending back up, so we're keeping them nice and contracted or half contracted into that next contraction. Again, just doing a little pulse stretch into the adductor on the other side. This is really going to warm up and test those knee joints. We're just going to go 2 more on each side. So we're going to go 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Lovely, so nice. As we've activated the hips and the adductors a little bit here, we're going to turn the toes in once, turn the heels in once. We've still got that stance just outside shoulder width apart, but not quite out in that full sumo squat position. Keep the toes turned out at 45-degree angles. Now we're going to go into an adductor squat. So hands can come straight out in front of you if you wish to get that balance. Sink the hips down, pull the belly back towards the spine and elevate up. And just start to work into that rep range. Again, we put quite a bit of emphasis into the knees through those lateral movements. So just make sure they feel nice and secure. And then you can start working your way into that rep range. And again, today's all about pulses, so we're going to do a few more. So we'll go 3 more full repetitions, and then we'll take it into that pulse. For 2, nice, last repetition, come all the way down, elevate back up. Now we're going to go into the base, and we're just going to pulse right in the bottom half of that squat rep range, keeping the emphasis into quads, adductors, a little bit of hamstrings, glutes are nice and spread and wide. We're just going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And elevate up. Whoo! Those quads are burning. Take a little bit of water on board as well if you wish to at this point. You could probably hear me drinking that through the microphone. So from here, we're going to go back into a few more squat pulses. So stance is going to be set about shoulder width apart this time. We're going to go into a good old-fashioned normal squat. So hands can be on the hips. You can take the arms out nice and wide again if you get that balance. But from here, we're just going to start to sink the hips down, lift the hips back up and squeeze the glutes. Sink the hips down as you bend into the knees, lift the hips up and squeeze the glutes, just so we can push the hips all the way through and get that nice bit of glute activation at the top of that squat rep range. And again, we're not going to do a lot of these because we're going into our pulses. So we're going to go 3 more repetitions. For 3, then we'll take it back down into our pulse. 4, 2, go 1 full repetition. Squeeze the glutes, we take it back down. And now we pulse right in the bottom half of that squat rep range again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Elevate up. Whew. Those quads are burning. Give the legs a little bit of a shake if you wish to. Let that blood flow back through. All right, so before we take it into our lunges, we're going to go into some RDLs. No weights today. So I'm going to stand to the sides. And what we're going to do, hands are going to come just to the side of the thighs. And what I want you to do is I don't want you to think about going down to start with. I want you to think about pushing your hips straight back behind you. So I'm going to take a little step forward, push the hips straight back. From there, start to bend into the knees, lower the hands down halfway down the shins and elevate up, squeeze the glutes. Push the hips back, start to bend into the knees, lower the hands halfway down the shins, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes. Keep that gaze straight out in front of you so we can keep a nice long neutral spine, so we can keep the emphasis a little bit more into the hamstrings and the glutes here. Quads again, secondary, doing a little bit of work. But again, as mentioned, and as you're aware, this is all about the pulses. So we're going to go 3 more full repetitions. We'll go for 3, 4, 2, go 1 more full repetition. Nice, and then we're going to take it back down into the base of that kind of RDL. And now what I want you to do is you're going to lift the hips slightly, lower them back down, lift the hips, lower down, lift the hips, lower down. So we're just working through those hamstrings. If you put the hands onto the back of your thighs, you'll feel that movement through the hamstrings, keeping the quads pushed straight back behind you. Imagine like you're skiing downhill a little bit, going over those bumps. We're going to go for 5, quads will burn as well, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, lengthen it all the way up. Whew, good work everyone. So we're going to go back into the legs in a moment. We're just going to give them a little pause. So from here, we're just going to work the shoulder mobility. A little bit of strength and reaction time as well through the shoulders. So arms are going to come straight out in front of you. And what you need to do is you're going to lift the arms straight above the head, lower it down, open out nice and wide, turn those palms out, back in, palms down, lift up, lower down, open out, back in. Nice, we lift up, lower down, palms out, open out. Yeah, nice. So again, back into our pulses. So we're going to go 3 more repetitions like this, and then we're going to pulse those different areas. For 2, in the shoulders, go 1 last full repetition. Come up, down, out, in. Now lift the arms above the head. Good, you're going to lower down halfway, lift it up, nice. A little bit more power, a little bit more oomph into that movement to really activate those shoulder muscles. You can pull the belly button back towards your spine here. Good, to engage those transverse abdominals. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2. After that next repetition, lower the arms down, palms out, open out. Now we just pulse right in that back part of that rep range, squeezing the shoulder blades together, really activating the rear delts, the traps, the rhomboids, bit of the scapula. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, rest those arms down. Give the arms a little bit of a shake. We're flying through it. We're 10 minutes in already. Right, we've got stuff to get through. So now we're going to go into some lunges. We're going to take it straight into the pulse with the lunge. So we're going to go one side to the other. So we're going to step that right foot forward, come onto the tiptoes on that back foot, come down into the base of the lunge, bring that knee right down to the floor so you can really create and find those right angles through the lower body. Hands can come onto the hips. Now what I want you to do is lift that back knee off the floor, and then we're just going to pulse right in the bottom half of that lunge rep range. Yeah, working quads, hamstrings, bit of hip flexors, bit of glute, bit of calf as well. Yeah, strong work. Keep it there. We're going to go for 6. Shouldn't have looked to the camera. A little wobble for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And elevate up. Nice, strong work everyone. So this time, that left foot's going to come forward. Take the right foot back, bring it down onto that right knee. So you can make those slight adjustments to get those nice right angles through the legs. Tuck those back toes under on that right hand side. And again, from here, we're going to lift the knee. If you need a little bit of help with yourself, put the hands onto that thigh and just use the upper body to lift that knee off the floor. And then we're going to pulse again right in the bottom half of that lunge. Take that gaze straight out in front of you, nice long spine. Yeah, and we're going to pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And elevate up. Whew. Good work everyone. Give those legs a little bit of a shake again if you wish to. So from here we're going to take it into the upper body. Let's just activate the biceps a little bit. So nice full rep range to start with. So hands come by the side. We're going to clench the fists like we're holding some big set of dumbbells. And you're just going to curl the arms up, turn the palms in so they face the shoulders. Lower it back down so we get that nice natural rotation through the wrist joint into the elbow. Pull the belly button back towards your spine, lift and zip it up towards your diaphragm. You should feel yourself grow in that very instance. So those transverse abdominals are nice and engaged. Good, so we're going to do slightly different pulses here. We're actually going to break the rep range down. So we're going to go for 5 more full repetitions. For 4, good, really roll those shoulders back. For 4, for 3, for 2, nice. 1 more full repetition, lower it down. Now we're going half reps. So come up halfway, lower it down, keep the palms facing you this time. So we're just working that lower rep range. We're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now pause. Now we come all the way up to the top, half rep range. Yeah, clench those fists. That's where we're going to engage the forearms and those bicep muscles. Nice. And we're just going to go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely stuff. I'll give the arms a little shake, little swing. So from here, we're going to take it down onto the mat. We're going to keep the emphasis in the upper body here, and we're going to go in some push-ups and include some pulses. Now, a few options here with that push-up. You can take it into that full planked position push-up. You can come down onto the knees and lift the toes. If you are doing that there, as you can see, my hips are pushed back. So you're going to slide the hands forward a little bit, push the hips forward to that upper body from shoulder to knee. You're still in that nice plank position. And third option, this movement, but you're going to tuck the toes down, and that's just going to give you that little bit more support through the base. So from here, we're going to try a few full range repetitions on the push-ups. We're going to come out nice and wide, hands just outside shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider depending on your dimensions of your body. Again, push the hips forward, squeeze the glutes if you're staying on the knees. I'm going to do a few here and we'll work through that rep range. Slide myself back a little bit, and from here, lower the chest down, drive and push it up. Lower the chest down, drive and push it up. Again, you could tuck the toes just to give you that little bit more support and take the weight off the legs a little bit. You could come all the way up into that full plank position. Yeah, nice. We're going to go 2 more full repetitions. 1 more, we take it down, we squeeze it up. So now we're going into our pulses. So you're going to take it down into the base of that push-up. Hold as much as you can, and then just little pulses up. Don't allow the arms to straighten. Elbows are nice and bent. And we're just working between that mid-rep range of those push-ups. Yeah, we're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. So everyone, nice. Stretch it out a little bit. Whew. So we're going to go into another push-up here. but we're going to go close grip this time, so we can put more of the emphasis into the triceps in the back of the arms. So hands are going to come shoulder width apart this time. And again, if you're down on the knees, make sure you push the hips forward so you've got that nice long line. This time, think about working the arms at right angles. So as you lower the torso down, allow the hands and the top of the arms to stay nice and tucked into the side of that torso, shifting the emphasis right into those triceps in the back of the arm. Yeah, we're going to go 3 more repetitions like this, and then we take it into those pulses for 3, 4, 2, yeah, this is burning already. Last full rep range, take it all the way down and up. That chest has come back into play here. So from here, we take it down into the base. And from there, we're just gonna pulse little movements in that half rep range. Yeah, this is really gonna keep everything nice and tight for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely stuff. Sit back into somewhat of a child's pose a moment. Just to lengthen that spine and the arms. A few more minutes, stick with me. Take a little bit of water on board if you wish to. As from here, we're going to take it a little bit into the core again, kind of utilising the full body. So we're going to go in some knee lifts from here. Upper body still activated, tuck the toes under, and we go straight into the pulse with this one. So nice long spine, pull the belly button back towards the spine, lift the knees a few inches off the floor, lower them down, lift them up, lower them down, lift them up, lower them down. Nice small movements right into that pulse zone. You're really going to start to build and activate right into the base of the abdominals. Arms are probably burning after those push-up pulses. Yeah, we keep it there. We're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Whew. Strong work, everybody. We're getting there. A few more minutes. Stay with me. So now we're going to have a lie down, but we're still going to be working. So lie yourselves down onto the back, onto that mat. Hands are going to come down by the side. Feet are nice and flat on the floor. And we're going to go into some glute drive pulses from here. So hands come down by the side. You could roll the hips forward so that lower back comes flush on the floor. Drive the hips up, squeeze the glutes. Now we're just going to stay up here. This is going to keep the hamstrings engaged. From here, we're going to go into our pulses. This is going to be a funny one. So you're only going to come down halfway, drop down halfway, squeeze the glutes, drive up, drop down halfway, drive up, squeeze the glutes, drop down, drive up, squeeze the glutes. Nice and really small movements through the hips, keeping the hamstrings in the back of the legs activated as well this way. Yeah, lengthening the base of the abdominals. We're going to go for 5, drive up, squeeze for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Pull the knees in towards the torso. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze to open up that lower back. So we're going to stay lying down on the floor. We're going to go into a few pulse squeezes here. So hands are going to come straight behind you. Feet are on the floor again. You're going to lift the arms all the way through till they hit your thighs. Lift the chin into the chest and slide the hands up to the top of the knees, and then lower it all the way back down. And we're going to work that full rep range for a few repetitions. Yeah, we're going to go 3 more like this. And then we're going to hold that final position and go into those pulses. 4, 2, yeah, last full repetition. Hands onto thighs, slide up to knees. Yeah, take the arms back. Now we take it into our pulse. Slide the hands on the thighs, lift the chin into the chest, and then just keep pulsing up and down, sliding the hands onto the top of the knees, down to the top of the thighs, squeezing into those central abdominal muscles. Yeah, let's key that there. We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely stuff, everyone. Lengthen it all the way out. Extend the arms straight out behind you, legs straight out in front of you. Bring the hands back down to the sides, and we're just going to go into one more pulse into that core and utilize the hips. So lift the chin into the chest, bring the legs up into a tabletop position, and from here we're just going to pulse the knees in, lower it back halfway, pulse the knees in. So we're just rocking the hips, just lifting the glutes and the lumbar just
off that mat slightly, really squeezing into those lower and upper abdominal muscles. Nice small movements. Legs are going to start to shake a little bit here. Squeezing in for 6. Last little push for 5, 4. Oh, I'm feeling that for 3, for 2, and 4. Oh, and relax. Whew. Carefully bring yourself to your feet. Take a little moment. Take a bit of water on board if you wish to. And we blasted through that. Strong work, everyone. Feeling that? 20 minutes pulse Pilates. And that's the beauty of pulses. You can add them into a mat workout. You can add them into a gym workout. And it's a great way just to hold those muscles under tension that little bit longer. By pulsing, it keeps the blood locked into that muscle group. So that's where that burn and that depth of conditioning starts to come from once you release and allow the muscles and the fluid, aka the blood mainly, to flush through the rest of the body. I'm out of breath. Hopefully you are. Good work, everyone. We'll be back again next week with yoga. I'm Jamie from Coaches for Change, here for Westside Wellbeing. Like, subscribe, leave us a comment, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a good day, everyone.